I thought I'd go an unconventional way, and if you have been following my channel, you know that I talk about God a lot. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you and share with you 5 of my favorite Bible passages that relate with music. The first one is found in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verses 14 through 23. I'm going to put it down here, and maybe you guys can look it up in some time. What's happening here is that the first king of Israel, which was Saul, has been rejected by God because he disobeyed God. And what's happening here is that he's really depressed. He's not feeling good, and he's being tormented by this evil spirit. So his servants tell him, you know, why don't we find someone who can play the lyre, who's this ancient guitar back in those days, and he will come and play for you. And we've heard about this guy, so why don't we go get him and have him play for you? Well, he says, go get him, go get this guy. So he comes, and this guy comes and plays him. And who is this guy? David, who becomes the king of Israel later on, plays for him, plays the lyre. And what happens after he plays the lyre? The evil spirit goes away and he feels better. Man, and that's amazing, because that really does happen. And I have to tell you a story about one time when I was listening to Cradle of Filth, but I'll be for another video, because John, I'm gonna make 4 more videos for you, because this is a series of my top 5 for you. Second, Nehemiah chapter 12 verses 27 through 31. What's happening in Nehemiah? Well, the name Nehemiah means God who comforts. And Nehemiah was a man who had a beautiful heart, because at the beginning of that chapter, you can just see what kind of type of man this is. He starts off that book and just praying to God and repenting about his sins and all the people's sins as well, not only his own. So Nehemiah has this in his heart, because he's heard some really bad news about Jerusalem, and Jerusalem's walls has been damaged and destroyed. So he takes it upon himself to go to this place and rebuild the walls, and he gathers a bunch of people with him, and he gets them motivated. And even though there's a lot of enemies and a lot of things are happening, he stands strong with these people. And what happens in chapter 12 is that he assigns great musicians. He assigns 2 major choirs, and they dedicate this wall, this place to God, and he assigns the best musicians to do the work there. So that's amazing. Number 3, Psalm 145 has been one of my favorite songs ever. In the Hispanic church, I am Hispanic, I'm Latino, I'm Mexican. In my church, we used to sing Psalm 145 in a cappella. When I used to lead worship and be in front, a lot of the times this was one of the songs that just came, and it's a song that does not need any instruments. You just sing it with your words, and it's one of the most powerful songs you can ever sing in Spanish. My voice is not the greatest, so I won't sing it for you right now. But Psalm 145 a cappella, and it's just a beautiful song. Number 4, Revelation chapter 14 verses 1 through 3. And if you think about Revelation, and if you ever read it, if you want to go ahead and read it, Revelation chapter 4, you kind of get a glimpse of what heaven is like. So in chapter 4, you get this worship and how praise is in heaven. Well, in chapter 14, there's a few people who are the 144,000 chosen people. And what did they do in chapter 14? The scripture says that they sing a new song. And that's such beautiful. So go ahead and read that. And number 5 is found in Matthew 26:30, and that is when Jesus has the Last Supper with his disciples. And I call this the double betrayal, because right before the supper, it is stated that Judas decides to betray Jesus, and right after the supper, Jesus reveals to Peter that he will be, he will not be faithful to him. So here I'm almost at the 5 mark. Have a great day. I'll bless you, and I'll see you on